Hi everybody, welcome back to Living Even Keeled. This is another episode in the Tidy and Clean series. There are two things I do in all three of our bedrooms to keep them tidy. The first thing is make the bed, and the second is clear the floor. So I've been a bed maker forever. It's been a habit of mine for a long time, thanks to my mother, and I'm passing it on to my children because they do help me make their bed. Also, I make their bed twice a day because they still do nap, which they're doing right now, and they nap in their bed. So I make their beds every time they're done sleeping in it. Now, we don't make our beds real perfect. I don't do hospital corners or anything like that. We're pretty much just pulling up the sheets and the comforter or like the covers and just making sure they're kind of flat and the pillows are nice in their place. Now, step two is cleaning off the floors. So my girls' rooms, that means putting away your toys, your books, dolls, anything like that. My room, it's usually clothes that might be on the floor from getting dressed or doing laundry or whatever. Sometimes clothes in their room, so that's basically it. Now, if I wanted to put a third step in tidying, I would say clear off any additional flat surfaces. So like the tops of dressers, that used to be a really big clutter spot for me, and sometimes it gets there again, but I'm trying to change my habits and just put things right where they go the first time. It doesn't always work, and that's fine. Same thing in my daughter's rooms. They each have dressers, and they also have nice big window ledges, and sometimes I put things there that I don't want them to have or that I'm in the process of putting away but haven't quite finished yet. So that might be like the third step in order to keep a tidy bedroom. Now, if you're new here or you're new to this series, I do think there's a difference between tidying and cleaning. So I'll often say clean your room or something like that. I don't actually mean clean it, really. I just mean tidy it, like put your stuff away, clean up your toys. So for cleaning, like actual cleaning, what I do once a week in all the bedrooms is that I dust and I vacuum and I do the mirrors. Right now, the big cleaner, my girls are 2 and 3, but again, they're starting to help little by little. I'm getting them used to just regular cleaning and tidying, but eventually it will be their job to do this all the time. And although I can't predict the future, I don't see myself wanting to give them like allowance for this. This would be something that I think that they just have to do. It's not above and beyond. It's just part of living in the home. So beyond the weekly cleaning, occasionally I will also go into the baseboards and the light switches, and in my room we have a ceiling fan and then there's blinds and all that. That would happen every couple of months. Sometimes it's like so dusty and you're like, when did I do that last? And you have no idea. So that's why I say every couple of months, because I'm trying to get into a more regular habit so that cleaning is never too hard. I've seen that and I've proved to myself that that can work by doing my weekly clean. So if I can find a more regular way to do the deep cleaning stuff too, then I think I'll be set. If you're struggling keeping your room tidy or having your children keep their rooms tidy, I would first ask yourself if you have too much stuff. Maybe you have too many articles of clothing, like it's too much of an ordeal to get dressed in the morning. Maybe it's time to do some sort of like capsule for the seasons, or maybe your children have too many toys in their rooms. Something that you might consider, if they're close in age or even same gender, you might have them sleep in one room and use the other as sort of like a learning environment where you put your toys and all things for learning. Just an option, maybe that works for you. So if you think you've done the decluttering thing well and you've purged as much as you can and you're still struggling, it may be time to look at your organizational systems. Maybe you just need to create some more homes for things. Sometimes part of the reason why we don't put things away is because we don't know where they go. So make sure you have a home for Legos or home for chapter books or picture books, and shorts go here and t-shirts go there, and this is how we fold. Sometimes you just need to get back to fundamentals of how to put things away. Have you ever explicitly taught that to your children? I don't know if I have. Maybe they've just seen me do it. So it might be time to just, without frustration, just to kind of show how to do it, and maybe it'll be that easy and they'll just learn right away. Decluttering is an ongoing thing in our home. I don't plan when to do it. I just get the mood and I usually do. Oftentimes it's kind of tagging along cleaning. When I'm cleaning and moving things or dusting things, that tends to like bring out the feeling that we have too many things, and so usually I declutter then. But it's just an ongoing thing because as they grow, their interests also change. So I'd like to know, what areas of the home would you like me to talk about and show you how I tidy and clean them? Let me know in the comments below, or if you've missed any of the videos, I've collected them into a playlist and I'll link that in the video as well as in the description so you can kind of go through and see what I've already shared. I think it might be interesting now to see this all put together in sort of like a daily tidying routine. I wouldn't call it a daily cleaning routine because there may be days where I don't actually clean at all. You know, I'm wiping the table maybe or vacuuming this rug over here. But if it's not my whole house cleaning day, I may not actually really clean. Mostly what I'm doing is tidying. So if you want to see like a tidying routine or like a daily tidying routine, something along those lines, also let me know. And I always have to say this, I feel like I've been talking about cleaning so much on my channel. It's a genuine interest of mine. I am really changing my habits, so I'm totally sharing what's real life here. But it is living even keeled. And I have to say that if you can't get to something and things have to stay dirty for a while, that's fine. You have to balance the scales, balance the keel to stay afloat. People first always. So if your kids need you, your husband needs you, if there's something, you've been invited to do something fun, do that. Live life first. Cleaning is just part of life. It isn't what life's about. So make sure that you're balancing the scales and not devoting too much energy into any one specific area in your life unless it's your family. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.